lights on it. That's how you know it's starting to work. Yeah.
It's your boy Frank Nitty. We back with another video. Back live in effect. You know, I don't know if that's my camera on. My lens is clean. Yeah. So back live with another video. We just picked this coil up. I don't like doing coils, to be for real. I really hate doing coils, but we got this suicide coil. Yesterday I ended up picking up another coil that was a shotgun coil. That was my first time ever hauling a shotgun coil. But right before that, I had a load that had to be it was like a lumber load that I picked up out of Georgia Pacific, and I ended up dealing with something that was extremely new to me. So I went, picked up a load, I drove it straight up to Ohio. I probably had like a quarter tank of fuel left. When I ended up getting off the highway, the lady was like, oh yeah, well you gotta wait 2 hours because we can't unload you until 5 a.m. So I knew I was way ahead of my appointment anyway, because I had to deliver by 8:30. So I was like, all right, cool. So I get to the off-ramp where the other trucks is parked at. So I just like made my little spot in the middle, like in between them. So I parked, and then I could say at least like 15 minutes later, my truck just cut off. I was trying to actually lay down for about an hour. So when I laid down, like my truck just cut off. So I was like, what the hell? I wanted to go try to crank the truck back up, and it kept acting like it wanted to turn over, but it wouldn't turn over. So I was like, all right. I called breakdown. Oh, his truck on fire. I called breakdown. So breakdown like, did you run out of fuel? So I'm like, no, I got a quarter tank of fuel left. So I popped the cap off the fuel tank or whatever like that. Still say I could see the fuel in the tank. It switched me over to a guy. So the dude was like, all right, are you like on a slight decline or incline? So I'm like, yeah. He was like, are you tilted slightly at an angle? And I'm like, yeah. So he was like, you got the Peterbilt 2020. So I'm like, yeah, that's correct. He said, if you not on flat ground with those trucks, it's easier for I guess however the fuel system is set up, it's easy for the fuel to shift to one side, even on a slight, you know, even if you slightly on the incline or whatever like that. So I'm like, all right, cool. So the truck in front of me pulled up. I'm like, all right, bet if I go ahead, you know, if I roll forward where it's a little bit flatter, I'll be all right. Still ain't working. So I'm like, okay, cool. I said, hey, could y'all send somebody out and tell them to bring fuel as well? So when the guy came out, we went on here to put the order in. The dude was basically like, the dude that came out, he was like, you don't really put fuel on that side, because a lot of times when I fuel, I only put fuel in one tank, and that would be the passenger side. And the only reason I do that, because I'm only able to see my fuel on the gauge that way. Like if I was just to fill up the driver's side, it takes hours for that needle to adjust to how much fuel I got approximately, and I don't like that. So I normally just put it on the passenger side. And the guy was telling me like, no, you're gonna have to put fuel in both tanks, because when you do it that way, something about a fuel line can either clog up or like dry out if you're only doing it on one side. So that's a lesson that was learned. But I put fuel on one side, he got the other tank, put the fuel on the other side, and then up under the hood they got like this little purge switch that you can like pump, and then it'll pump the fuel through the fuel line into the reservoir and all of that. Then it crumb right up with no problem. So I know from now on not to do that that was a whole headache. And she told me to come in at 5 o'clock. I didn't pull in until 11:30. Reason being is the lady that I ended up calling for highway breakdown or whatever like that, when they called the company, another lady made the request, but she never sent the request to the driver. So I ended up having to wait 4 extra hours for them people to come out and forward the work like that. But we ended up getting that load delivered, went over to grab that cord, delivered it this morning at 4 a.m., shut down, 10-hour break over it. Then I just picked up this cord that was preloaded, taking this cord up here to Charlotte, North Carolina. And you know, I just be wanting to hop on, get my little what's going on at all times, because that was definitely an experience for me that I didn't even know, because I've been out here 10 years and it's been plenty of times I've been on the incline, decline, you know, overnight park type, and I ain't never had an issue. But it's a no issue to me. So if y'all out there and you park there, you know, you're not on flat ground, be mindful of how much fuel you got in your tank. You know, if you got, he said that you needed at least he said you're gonna need more than anything a quarter or less. You don't want to park on the incline or decline. But you know, so just keep that in mind when you out here, you know, parking and, you know, watching that fuel. I didn't want to get no fuel. I didn't want to put no more fuel in my truck because it was the end of the week. And then if I would have wanted to put fuel in my truck, then it would have came out of this week's settlement and I would have messed myself up that way. Even if it is $60 I'm putting in my tank. No, that's $60 that can go in my pocket. I'm not doing it that way. So appreciate you for watching. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, it's a lot of people that watch, like 70-some% of people that watch, and y'all are not subscribed to the channel. It's nothing to click that button. Click the button, subscribe to your boy. Like, you know, stop playing. Like right now, you can go right there to the page and just click subscribe. That's it. You know what I'm saying? We almost at 5,000. We've been at 4,900 for the longest. Y'all ain't gonna get your boy to 5,000. Go ahead and give me the 5,000, man. Like, so we could be on the road to 10. What y'all want me to do next? Go buy another truck? You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to see a build or something that's gonna make y'all subscribe? Like, what y'all want, man? What y'all want? I'm out here for y'all now. Like, you know, hey, I don't know if anybody else noticed this. All these big all these big bugs that's flying around here, like they look like cicadas or something like that. Like I be hitting a bunch of them, just smacking the windshield. You know, but please go subscribe, like, comment, share, all of it. You know, and catch up with you on the next one. Yeah.